Our society values hustle culture. It's no wonder we're all burnt out. In a world where we're not supposed to stop, it feels like a radical change to just rest. But it's more than that. We can't stop thinking about climate justice. The climate crisis is the crisis of all of our lifetimes, and under capitalism, we can't help but feel guilty when our focus is pulled in multiple directions. The concept of rest is more than just taking a break. Youth nonprofit Shake Up the Establishment centers the concept of rest as part of a larger framework. You've heard of the 3 R's as reduce, reuse, recycle, but what if we thought about climate justice through the lens of systemic change, slow activism, and community healing? Enter Shake Up the Establishment's version of the 3 R's: rest, recovery, resistance. The 3 R's is an anti-colonial healing practice that is integrated into the fabric of our everyday organizing. It is a cyclical framework that continuously repeats and invokes us to strategize means to sustain our long-term engagement in organizing as a critical part of our movement-building work. This framework helps groups create a sustainable practice of community organizing by fostering an intersectional, feminist, anti-colonial embodied ethic of care.
The 3 R's program is an extension of our book called Rest, Recovery, Resistance, and it's all about connecting young changemakers with the tools and the support and the resources to have a sustainable activism practice by centering those values of rest, recovery, resistance.
Part of the design of the 3 R's framework and even just the teachings that informed it really came about through this recognition that we have necessarily radical change making that needs to take place, and it can't be limited by funding priorities imposed by the government or by philanthropy. It has to be driven by community, and what that means is we need volunteer retention. We got to create enriched spaces where young people are able to find a way to invest their time and energy that isn't extractive, but it's really investing in their future. Things that create gathering spaces and bring in new people to the movement and create infiltration points. Places where people that are also feeling the way that we're feeling about these issues but who don't have a sense of connectivity to the grassroots or to community, they can get involved and they can meet members of our team and find a place for them to begin to organize.
Shake Up the Establishment was created with the goal of empowering youth to become more climate aware. Along the way, the leadership team realized that to do that, young people first and foremost needed a sense of community and safety to begin to explore ways that they could organize for this issue for the long term, and to help mitigate overwhelming feelings from eco-anxiety and grief that comes alongside this work.
It's been 5 years of SUTE. Can you believe that? This was only supposed to be a short-term thing, wasn't it? I think we thought if we can do a good enough job, we get enough young people to vote, we're going to solve this issue in 3 months. It's a slower growing movement than we had originally maybe hoped or anticipated, but I don't think we could have ever imagined where it was going to end up.
By focusing on a nonpartisan, evidence-informed lens, we can prioritize community care across our practices.
The climate crisis is a relational problem, collective relationship problem with the land, with each other, with ourselves as individuals. I really like the idea of making space for community, for youth working in climate justice, again, to tap into relationality and the importance of sustaining each other, sustaining ourselves, keeping each other accountable as well. I think the way that climate work often happens within the constraints of capitalism and the grind culture and all of these things is very conducive to burnout, exhaustion, or just wanting to disengage.
The 3 R's programming is just one way that Shake Up the Establishment is reframing conversations about climate change. By practicing rest, recovery, and resistance, we're showing society that we value intentionality in our movements. At its core, the 3 R's program seeks to dismantle the status quo. It prioritizes storytelling and creativity within communities to let people help each other. We as youth aren't just waiting for systemic change. We're taking the necessary actions to make it happen. The 3 R's rejects the idea that we have to keep moving until we burn out. Community care is a necessity. The 3 R's is built on the idea that there is empowerment within deliberate, slow, purposeful action. Our book provides a guided experience through the 3 R's framework. This hand-illustrated book is 244 pages long, rich with activities and educational resources that guide readers on how to incorporate intersectionality, systems thinking, and anti-colonial practices within their climate solutions work. If your organization is interested in having Shake Up the Establishment facilitate 3R's programming, education workshops, or other services, or just to learn more about our book, visit our website.